House Minority Whip Steve Scalise. Congressman Scalise, thank you so much for being with us. Let me just share with you and the audience a little bit of what the Washington Post had to say. Here's a quote from within that article. The fact-checker piece acknowledges that Senator Tim Scott may not have known his full family history, and that historical record regarding the lives of black Americans are often scant. Nonetheless, our reporting adds information found in official records to Scott's public remarks and writings about his grandfather. The fact-checker occasionally delves into the origin stories of politicians, often without reaching conclusion about their completeness or veracity. Congressman Scalise, what do you think this is really about?
Well, good morning. Good to be with you. And look, Tim Scott's a wonderful person, a dear friend, but he's also a rising star. And there's nothing that scares the left more than a conservative African-American leader who's gaining respect nationally on his own, not pushing the false narrative of the left, but talking about individual opportunity. Tim Scott was the one who authored opportunity zones, and I'm sure they'll try to now fact check that. Go get it. Tim is a wonderful person. The fact that they're going after him shows how scared the left is of him, and they should be scared of him because he's a great person and he's a rising star in our party.
Yeah. A Republican, black American who dares to think for himself. That's exactly who they just went after. Congressman, I have to ask you about this as well. We know this directly impacted your life. The shooter at the Congressional baseball game is being qualified or being termed by the FBI, designated as an incident of, quote, suicide by cop. This is even, as we know, the shooter's own letters put a dent in the FBI's theory. He seems to lay out his own motivations. It didn't seem to be suicide by cop, did it, Congressman?
This was not suicide by cop. Anybody who's studied the police report, who was there on the ball field that day, all of us know what happened. He went to that ball field to target and kill Republicans. He made it clear that was what his intention was. He actually had a list of Republican members of Congress in his pocket who he was targeting to kill. And for the FBI to have classified it as that, it's disturbing, it's offensive, and it's inaccurate. And so we're asking that the FBI correct this record. My colleague Brad Wenstrup was actually in a hearing with the FBI director last week, FBI Director Wray, who was not the director at the time this happened. And actually, to his credit, Director Wray said he would look into it. So hopefully we'll get this fixed because it's a disservice to police as well to classify it that way.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully we'll wait and see what the FBI's response is. But Congressman Scalise, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Great to be with you. Thanks.
Still ahead. You bet.